The literal meaning of sign up is to agree to be a part of something, right? I have signed up to be loyal to my girlfriend or boyfriend for the rest of my life. So means I have agreed to be a part of the loyalty, right? Hello, Tanuja. How are you?
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning. I'm great.
Good morning, sir. All right. Are we speaking for the first time, by the way?
I think it's our second conversation, but it's been a long time that
Okay.
since we met. Yeah.
Probably that's why I am not able to recollect you, but I kind of feel like I've spoken to you. Anyway, good to have you back. Welcome back. How have you been?
Yes, I'm doing great. Thank
Sure. Perfect. Let's begin with the assignment in that case. Have you checked it, by the way?
you. Yes, I had tried.
What is
What
it?
is it? It is workplace
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 physical health.
well-being. Yeah,
All
wellness.
right. All right, Tanuja. For some reason, I don't know why, my words are coming back to me.
Oh,
I,
really?
I'm not sure if it's a technical issue or a network problem. All right, now it kind of looks better. Sure. Workplace wellness. So tell me first of all, what do you understand by workplace wellness? What is workplace wellness?
Uh, I think workplace wellness means that it is a kind of initiative or program that is taken by employer to improve health or well-being of their employees, and it is a kind of program that help to build your to help to improve your mental health and your physical health, how you can handle the stress like this.
Hmm. Okay, all right. Are you a working professional?
Yes, I am.
Where do you work?
I'm
Where,
working in IT company.
in an IT company. All right. Are there any workplace wellness programs in your workplace?
Yes, it is going, but I'm working from home, so that's why I'm not getting that kind of opportunity to connect. But yeah, some kind of program that is already happening, and yeah, we have some kind of meetings as well that we need to attend. Just to they are just providing that some kind of training to build your mental health and this kind of things.
Okay. Do you sometimes believe that all these additional things that companies do is just because it is trending and they need to show something in their reports that we have done something, just a checklist to be ticked off? Or do you think companies really care about the mental health and physical health of their employees? What do you think?
I think they really care about these things because if their employees is doing great and they have good mental or physical health, so definitely we will be more productive. And it generally happens if you are working in a company and we have some kind of stress and there are so many things that we always think. But if you are not focusing on your mental or physical health, so it will hamper your work also. So that's why maybe company are focusing nowadays on these things, like they are providing such kind of facility to their employees so that uh, they can improve their mental or physical health.
Hmm. Okay, all right. Now, in your understanding, what are the issues with the mental health these days that it is being talked about so much? Why is there so much talk, trends, reels on the Instagram that we talk so much about mental health? Is it a recent problem? Is it something which was always there but not talked about? Or do you think nowadays it has gotten worse? What do you think?
I would say that it was before also, but nowadays it increased a lot because of social media, to be honest. Because people just compare their life and everything from the other people. For example, if the other person is doing great job and they have achieved something, so we always compare like they are doing great in their life and I'm not doing such kind of things and I don't have such kind of facility with me. So
Hmm.
we are just comparing, and because of that, we are getting like this kind of mindset, and we are getting ill also. It affects our mental health as well. And in workplace, if we will talk about on workplace, so it is happening a lot because we have such kind of like extra work, or we can say the stress level is increasing day by day because uh, time is not fixed. We have to work more and more, especially in corporate sector. So that's why it increased a lot, I guess.
Okay, all right. To what extent does our work or our workplace, the environment of our workplace, affect our mental health?
Uh, it generally affect our mental health in terms of, we will talk about, uh, they just want to complete their work, whether you have to work after your shift time as well. So because of that, we are just getting into that situation. Sometimes we feel stressed, and because of long hours, we are facing a lot of challenges, especially your physical health as well, and your mental health as well.
Hmm.
uh, so I think workplace is also, what can I say, uh,
Is responsible
responsible, yes.
for our mental health, right? For our mental health and and our overall wellness, correct?
Oh, well, yeah, right.
In what now? Tell me from your experience, your personal experience. How has your work, your targets, your peer group, your boss, your overall working environment affected your mental health to a certain extent? The stress, the anxiety, the working on deadlines, the working late nights, the working on weekends, and sometimes politics at workplace and all of that. Now you're working from home, so you may not be facing as much of politics. But then there
Mhm.
are other things that long calls, unending calls, calls into late into the nights, and all of that. So tell me, how has that affected you personally?
To be honest, I would say that my work environment is so positive, and I
Hmm.
don't have such kind of pressure on me.
Okay,
So that I can say that my work environment is good, and my manager and colleagues are also very supportive. So I
right,
didn't face such kind of problem. But yes, before this job, I was working in another company. So that time I had to work in night shift as well, and yeah, it was really hectic for me, especially I was working from home. And in at home it is really difficult to manage. Everyone is sleeping and you have to work late night. So, and it was really affecting my thinking ability also sometimes,
correct.
because in night I was really not too much focused on my work, to be
Hmm.
honest. So I did some mistakes as well that time because of
Yes,
so yeah, it increased your stress level also.
correct, true. So thinking abilities, we can use the word cognitive skills.
Cognitive skills, yeah.
Okay. Give me one story or one example from your work life, not just this company, previous company, or any other experience, which was truly, truly horrible.
Mm, no, I don't think so. But yeah, when I joined as a fresher, so it was really challenging that time for me.
What
Especially
was
if
the
I,
challenge? What was
yeah,
the challenge?
yeah, the first challenge was for me that I came from Hindi medium background, and
Hmm?
yes, I had done in engineering, but we had no such kind of spoken environment in college also.
Okay.
So somehow I managed like interviews. I got rejected also, but yeah, somehow fortunately I got placed in one of the MNC company.
Hmm.
So here suddenly I had to deal with clients and customers. They are native speakers.
Hmm.
So it was really challenging for me to interact with them because I
Hmm.
was not good at English. Yeah, now I have improved a little bit, I can say, but that time I was really had no confidence and I was feeling very nervousness. And
Hmm.
because of that, I was losing my confidence and I was not more focused on my work.
Okay.
When I was watching other people, they are doing great and they have good communication skills, so they were presenting everything in a very good manner.
Hmm.
But I was not same kind of person. So yes,
Correct.
these are the difficulties I faced in that time.
Now I want you to compare yourself with a task. Okay. I want you to compare yourself back in your engineering days when you were just out of a Hindi medium background and you entered engineering college, where obviously you found students from all kinds of backgrounds, from English medium backgrounds, somewhere who were very good speakers in English, and there were students who were from non-English medium backgrounds and they were not so good, and there were Hindi medium backgrounds who were also good. So you found all kinds of people around you, all kinds of students and kids around you. Now, I want you to tell me something about that life of yours where you felt the difficulties of coming from an English Hindi medium background and your journey in improvement when you first got your job. Right? I want you to do a comparative answering here. Did you understand what I'm trying to ask you?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right. Take your time. If you want to think a little, you can take your time or you can start as you wish.
Okay, so when I came from school to college, so it was challenging for me because Hindi medium background, you are coming to English medium,
Mm,
and especially I was from government school, so we had no such kind of facility that they are focusing more on English part. We
mm,
had only subject and it was only one subject. But
mm,
when I came into engineering, so it was really hard for me even writing the exam
mm,
because we had only one subject in school time,
mm,
and suddenly all the subjects were in English.
mm,
And I was when the faculties were teaching us, so they were dictating everything in English, and
mm,
we had to write also. So what I was doing, I was writing, and the I was giving the space when we had some kind of different word and I don't know what they have told. So
mm,
I was giving the space in that in my notebook, and after that I was taking the copy from other student just to recollect everything whatever faculty has told
mm,
had told.
mm,
So this is how I started. But yeah, in 4 years I have learned this thing that how to write an exam, and I was able to manage. But when I sat for interviews, so it was my first time that I had to speak in English language, because in college I didn't focus on speaking part. I never participated in any kind of activities, especially when we had to speak in English.
mm,
So it was really hard for me to crack interviews, and I got rejected in so many interviews because of my communication.
mm,
But yeah, because of my mistakes and my failures, I have learned a lot of things that how I can improve. But yeah, that time we had a lot of things to learn, like technical skills as well. So I didn't focus more on speaking part, especially.
mm,
But
mm,
yeah, fortunately, I got placed in one of the good company. But when I came into this company, so here suddenly I had to speak everything in English language,
correct.
and especially the native speakers. So they speak very fast, and it's their mother tongue, so they speak
Correct.
really very fast, and their accent is also different.
Correct.
So it was really challenging, and sometimes I heard a negative feedback also from my manager and colleagues.
Mm,
But somehow I managed everything, and one day I thought I should work on my communication skills.
mm,
You can say that 1.5 years ago, I decided I should work on my communication skills.
mm,
So I have I have been focusing on this learning part. Like I'm talking with different co-learners, different
right.
tutors. So this is my journey, I can say.
Interesting. But I kind of appreciate the way you have learned and the way you have made it a point to improve yourself because I can see the differences. I mean, I have not seen you back in your engineering days, but I know what difficulties you must have been through
Okay.
and because I get students like you every day, right, who are at a juncture where they are improving and they came from a background which was not very privileged, and then privileged as in terms of the language, not about any other thing, right? And then they have made a journey upward journey with sheer hard work and observation power. So I believe you have a good observation power, correct? How others are framing sentences, and then you pick up those little words and then phrases from here and there, and then you know how to put it into your speaking. Am I right?
Yes, you can say.
Say, Tanuja has some skills over there, right? Okay. So, um, tell me about the journey of improvement. That there's a point when you really know that I am doing bad, and then there's a point then you when you feel that okay, I've done better or I've learned a certain things. But there's a journey in between, right? This gap. Tell me how you did things. Obviously, you still didn't start English Yaari right in the beginning. You did on your own. You didn't take any professional coaching right in the beginning. That all these things happened later when you had enough money to pay every month, isn't it? Right, all those things. But then initially it was just sheer hard work, just sheer observation. Tell me about that process. What did you follow? How did you do it? Take me through it.
Okay, so as you told that I was observing the other people, so it happened in my workplace also when I was listening to my colleagues and my manager. So I was framing the sentence according to them, and I was translating the things, whatever things I had to deliver on my meeting. So I was just more focused on that things I have to deliver, not other than that. If someone is asking me any question, any random questions, I was getting stuck that time, like how I would react on that, because some things I was already preparing in like in advance, that what I have to deliver. So yeah, and I can say that because of listening, I have learned a lot, and I was also speaking in some of my meetings also, but I was bounded to only work related stuff, and I was not able to speak any other thing, because sometimes making the things understand the other people, like technical things, it is quite easy, because we can say that here you have to click here and then you will get this option, like this. So I was able to do so, and I was not able to speak with my manager because he is also from USA.
Okay.
So it was really challenging for me in the initial time, but now because of my improvement, I can see that now I'm able to talk with him
Okay.
uh, on some other stuff also, like any casual talk also. So this is I have improved, I can say.
Sure. Good, good, good. Very impressive journey, though. Very impressive journey. All right. Okay. Some feedback for you. You speak well. You speak convincingly. You have two issues which you need to fix. One, probably because you're dealing with these foreigners, then you are speaking fast, like them. Or maybe you have a habit of speaking fast in your mother language, which is reflecting in your English language as well. Correct? But as a speaker of a foreign language, it is always in your favor to speak slow or slower, at least comparatively slow. Not necessarily like a sloth, not necessarily like a snail, but surely if you slow down your pace of speaking, then you will be more audible. I mean, better audible, better understood. You'll make less mistakes. Also, you will command a little more. Do you see the difference between you speaking and I speaking? You're speaking well, I'm speaking well, both of us speaking well. But when I speak, I slow myself down intentionally, deliberately, so that you can understand me better.
Mhm.
Makes sense, right? I could have spoken like this as well. I can keep on continuing speaking as at the speed as well. But does it sound good?
Yeah.
But the moment I slow it down, it has a completely different tonality. The
Yeah.
impression changes. The ability to make an impact on the other person changes. Yes, slowing down will be a superpower if you can make it
Okay, I'll try.
for you. Correct. Second is you're making grammatical mistakes here and there, most of the times because you're speaking fast. Because when you speak fast, the brain doesn't get enough time to deliver or process the information and then deliver it. Correct? Because it's in a hurry to deliver it as fast as it's just like going on the fast lane. When you're driving at a super speed, the chances of hitting an accident is higher. Yes,
Yeah.
similar with speaking also. When you speak fast, you make more grammatical errors. So it will be a one shot to at two different things. So slow down, you'll get the benefits. You'll sound more impressive. You'll be understood better. Also, you'll make less mistakes. Now, some fundamental grammatical errors which cannot be fixed only by slowing down. For that, you'll have to do some practice. Now, practice is something which happens best when you do it with a teacher. Let's say you come to my classes regularly, then I can help you. I can give you homework. I can check your homework on the next class. It cannot
Mhm.
happen in just one class, right? So if you come to my classes regularly, I can see what help I can give you. Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
but I do understand that your and my timings may not match. So, whoever your tutor is with whom you're taking your classes, do start some basic grammar classes. I mean, 5 minutes of prepositions, 5 minutes of sentence formation exercises, 5 minutes of translation exercises, right? On every class, 5 to 7 minutes dedicated to basic grammars, not getting into the grammatical details, but grammatical practice, right? You getting the difference? One is understanding, oh, what is the subject verb agreement plus ing. No, 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 not all of that. But directly getting into sentence formation exercises, correct? Directly
Correct.
getting into preposition exercises instead of getting into the learning part. No more learning is required, just direct working on it, right? Direct action on it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's do one or two from our side. Let's check a bit of your sentence formation strength. Yes, Tanuja, ready?
Yes.
All right. Make a sentence using the word freedom.
Freedom. Because of my strict family, I don't get that much of freedom to go out.
Because of my
Uh, Strict family.
Because of my strict family, I do not get enough freedom to go out. Okay. Make a sentence using office.
I used to go to office before Corona period.
Hmm. Before the lockdown or before the pandemic. Give up.
We should never give up on our learning English journey.
Good sentence. Business.
I want to start my own business after gaining some experience.
I want to start my own business after gaining some experience. Okay. All right. What is the meaning of under the weather? It is an idiom.
Yeah, it means feeling sick.
It means feeling sick because of seasonal changes or weather related changes. Make a sentence using under the weather.
Before some days back, I was feeling under the weather.
Before some days back? No. Either some days back or before some days. Not both at the same time. Before and back are not required to go together. Either before some days or some days back or some days a few days ago. But before and back need not be there in the same sentence. Not required.
Yes, yes, got it.
Um, Make a sentence using the term sign up.
Sign up. I don't know the exact meaning, I think.
Whenever you agree to be a part of something, a process, a subscription, a plan, you sign up for it, right? For example, you want to take a membership of English Yaari. What do? You sign up for it. Sign up is not just a registration process where you put your name, phone, and email up. No, that is the tool of signing up. The literal meaning of sign up is to agree to be a part of something, right? I have signed up to be loyal to my girlfriend or boyfriend for the rest of my life. So means I have agreed to be a part of the loyalty, right? To be loyal to him or her, right?
Mhm.
I have signed up with the Indian Army as a soldier because it is my choice. So here I have made a plan. I mean, I have made an agreement with myself or with the army that I will always be a part of it, or I'll be a part of it for the next 12 years. Right? Sign up is to volunteer for something. Right? You may be paid for it, but it is your choice that you want to be there. Okay.
Hmm. Yes.
All right, Tanuja. Any questions? Any doubts from your side? Any thoughts?
Okay. Any kind of suggestion that how I can improve more better?
First of all, more and better don't go together. Either it's better or how can I improve more or how can I improve better? Not
Better.
more and better, right? Yeah, funny. English is a funny language. What to do?
Mhm. Yes.
See, I've already given you a couple of feedback after all the suggestions. But apart from that, whatever you're doing, that observation power, improve that to a little bit into podcasts, interviews, um, any kind of good English conversations online, right?
Okay.
Follow
Mhm.
people who are doing tremendously good job with English language. For example, if you watch An interview of Karan Thapar. Now, do you know Karan Thapar?
Hmm. Yes.
Right? Or an interview by, let's say, even Beer Biceps, Ranveer Alabadia, although he's more into Hindi these days, but
Hmm.
still. The point here is it's not about the content, it's not about the masala, it's about the language. How is a sentence being formed? What words were used? To ask a question, how was the sentence formed? How was a cross question done? What answer was given? The answer, what where words were used? Attention on the language more than whether they are talking about Bollywood or they are talking about Brahmastra. We don't care. We only care about the language, the sentences, the words, the phrases, the questions, the cross questions, the answers, the replies. This is our attention.
Yes.
So, on a regular basis, consume 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Just 10 to 15 minutes so that you can do it on a regular basis. Don't overdo. Don't watch it for 1 hour. No. 10
Hmm.
to 15 minutes. Just check your time. 15 minutes, I'll watch it. 15 minutes, I'll watch it. Yes, that's it. Also, take notes. You learned something, write it down. A new word, write it down. A new phrase, write it down. A new way of expressing, write it down. You should be able to go away with takeaways from that session of those 10-15 minutes. It shouldn't be just randomly, passively watching something. No. You got to have something out of it, drawn out of it. Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Yes,
Great.
Tanuja Verma, anything else?
No, no. And thank you for your suggestion. I will definitely try this.
Sure. All right. Thank you. Chalo. Bye bye. Have a good
You.
day.